Hey guys, it's Grim. So today we're going to try to create a floor plan for Domoticz and see if we can put in some switches in there. So as you can see, I'm right in the interface of the Domoticz screens. So I clicked on floor plan. You see that it's completely empty right now. So I need to build a new floor plan. So how am I going to do that? Well, we're actually going to use a website. At least I found that the most easiest way to do, and that's called Floor Planner, floorplanner.com. And you can create just a demo account or log in with your Gmail account, and you can create a new project over here. And basically, we're going to do that, and then we're going to load up the project or the floor or the room into Domoticz and place the switches in there. So I'm going to show you how that works. So if we're logged into the dashboard, you see that you have a basic account. That should be enough to create one of your floors. So you can do a premium account. You have to pay for it, but for this demo, a basic account is more than enough to show you what actually is going on. So now we're here at the dashboard and we can create a new project. So let's click that one. Okay, now I can see the project type, which is the house, the office, the venue of other, or you can just upload your FML file. But let's start with a house. My project name is my house, and I'm not gonna give in the location, but I do gonna give in a floor name, and I'm actually only using one floor. So the floor name is my ground floor. You can add a background, won't do that, keep it simple. And then you're going to basically do the create project button. So it's a new floor planner, testing, blah blah blah. No thanks, I got this. Great, here we are. So this is the actual drawing dashboard in which you can create your own house. You can enable 3D. Let's just start drawing 2D. So we're going to draw walls, and that will be funny because you can see that the crosshair is getting here. So I'm going to click crosshair over here. I'm going to move it up. I'm going to put it down here. Here we go. Now you can see that there is, in my case, it's counting the amount of meters that a wall is long. So I'm going to just do anything, but you can just grab any length you like. I'm just going to put down almost 6 meters. So, and basically you're going to create your whole living room with this tool. So let's get started with that. And here you can see the small example that I did, and just put a little bit of furniture in there and some girls sitting on the couch, cat, and everything. So if you click on the 3D model, I'm gonna do that, and you see that everything is in 3D. Now, funny thing is there are some glitches in. You can see that the wall is still open, and for some reason there's a glitch over here. But I mean, everything else it works quite perfectly if you export it and use it in your Domoticz installation. You can just rebuild your whole house, whatever you like, whatever floor, the garden, everything. You just need to play with the tool itself, and then we're gonna do an export. So we got the model. We want to export it. So we're gonna click the export button, and it says export your floor plan. We're just going to use JPEG because that's the normal standard that you use in Domoticz. Going to keep everything standard. So just going to put nothing on, and I'm going to click export. So it will be sent to me by email. So that's great to see. Okay guys, so I've received my my floor plan point JPEG file via email, and this is actually it. So I've opened it in Paint 3D, the standard Windows package. This is the file that we're actually going to import into Domoticz. and I will show you how, because I mean it's very straightforward installing it into Domoticz, but you need to enable some settings. You need to download the Winscp program. So we're gonna set up the configuration in order to reach those Synology files, to get into those folders that we actually need. So we're gonna set up Winscp, and we're gonna set up the Synology right now. So next thing to do is that we go to the Synology web interface, and you're gonna start up the control panel. Because we need to enable the SSH service, because otherwise you can't get into the actual folder that we need to get into. So we're gonna click on the control panel, and in the control panel we're going to the terminal and SNMP settings. Then we're gonna enable the SSH service. As you can see, I've already switched it on. I've did something special with a port because I didn't use the standard port of 22, but I'm actually put a couple of 2s behind it just in order to test. So you can just leave it on 22 or whatever you like. I use this one, and you just click apply. The next thing that you need to do is to download Winscp, and this is the actual program itself. You can just find it on Google, type in Winscp, and look for a download link somewhere. There is an official website for that, so you can get it quite officially without any malware. So if you downloaded it and you installed the application, this is the actual screen if you start the application up, and it starts with some sort of a wizard interface where you can just type in all the details that you like. So we're going to use the file protocol SCP. Then my host name is my Synology server, so this is the IP address of my Synology server. I'm going to insert the port that I just put in there. Then my standard username, which is the same as your root user in the Synology. So, and that's pretty important that you know that, because if something goes wrong, it will probably tell you that the password is wrong or the user is wrong or whatever. I'm going to leave the password as is right now. I'm going to click the advanced button, and there is something that we need to change. So we need to go to Scp Shell. Then you see right here, you see the shell is in default right now. I'm going to put it on bin bash or bin sh, whatever you have. Mine has bin bash, so I'm going to click that one, and I'm going to click OK. So that's the only thing we change in the advanced screen. And I'm going to fill in my password. So that's my administrative password for the Synology. And I'm going to do login. So searching for host, authenticating. Here we go. Now that you've been connected to the Synology server, we need to find the actual file or the folder that we need to put the floor plan into. So make sure that you don't connect via FTP to your Synology, because if you use FTP, you don't see all the files and folders that are in your Linux installation on your Synology. So you definitely need to use Winscp, the SCP protocol for that. So SSH, not FTP. Okay, so back to the topic. Let's find the actual installation. So within a Linux installation, you always have the user folder. You can find the applications that you try to install. So I'll go to user, and it's a local installation. So I use user local. Then you see the Domoticz popping up already. So I double click the link, and I'm in the Domoticz directory. So that's where we actually start. Now that we found the folder in the Winscp application, we need to know which folder it is to upload the actual floor plan images. So we're going back to the Domoticz installation. I'm going to click Setup. going to click more options and I'm going to see plans. So room plan, floor plan, timer plan. So I'm going to use floor plan for that. So I'm going to click floor plan and it shows me all the plans that I've currently inserted into my Domoticz installation. There is none, but if I click the add button, I can see that which folder I need to put it into. So you can see that it's www images floor plans. So let's go ahead and find the actual folder. So it was www, then images, and floor plans. Well, here's the actual example point JPEG that was also in the previous screen in the Domoticz installation. So this is the correct folder. We need to copy that file into the floor plans folder. So let's try to copy the floor plan.jpg to the Synology itself. Oops, there we go, permission denied. Now this probably happens with all of you. The issue is that Synology did modify the root rights. Not everybody can just use the super user rights now anymore. So your admin user is not the same as a root user, so you can't do anything right now. So first we need to make sure that we can modify the directory, we can do something, and that means that we need to make a little sidetrack of this. We're going to use putty for that. So the application putty. Oh, and I've already logged in, so let's just try to do this again. So I'm gonna leave this one. Great. So you can see here now that I've got a new putty session, and I've targeted my Synology with SSH. Then I've logged into the user admin. That's this one. With my normal Synology admin password. Now I still can't do anything because I'm not root user yet. So I'm going to type sudo -i, and it asks me again for a password. So I'm going to use my admin password again. Hey, there we go. Now we're root. Now we can edit the file that we need to in order to get Winscp working. So the thing is that we need to go into the etc folder and get the file sudo ers sudoers, and we need to edit that one. So in case you're not familiar with Linux, there is a listing comment that's ls. And you can see the actual contents of a folder. You can see that we're in the root folder, so there's nothing there. So we use cd, and that returns us to the previous folder. And if we use ls right now, you can see that there's all the folders that we need, or volumes, or whatever. So I just said earlier that we needed the etc directory, the etc folder. So we're going to do cd etc. And we're gonna do the ls. You can see that there's a lot of files over here, and we need the sudo. Oh, here we go. This file. This is the one that we need, but it's white, so it's a file, so we can't do anything right now. And the fun thing is that it's a read-only file. So we first need to make it writable in order to modify it. Okay, so what we're going to do is the command chmod plus w, and do that on the file sudoers. Okay, here we go. It seems to be changed right now. So let's give it a try. We're going to start up the editor in order to actually do something in the file, and that's called vi. Oh, here we go. Hey, there is the contents of the file, and it's actual or writable file, so we could do something now. So as you can see, the file is not in insert mode at this point in time, but we need to edit the file, so we need to put it in insert mode. So you're gonna press I to do that, and if you press the I, then you're gonna see that insert mode is gonna be switched on. Here you go. Now we need to add another line of code because we're gonna make sure that the admin user doesn't need a password for any root functionality. There we go. Great. So now we have the line of code, and we need to save the file. Saving the file is one thing that we need to do, and within VI, the people who know VI actually know what to do. But you need to put in a column W, and by doing that, you're actually going to save the file, as you can see right here, and then you use column Q, and we're actually going to quit the VI editor itself. And from there on, we can start and work on the new SCP settings. Don't forget to remove this line of code after you're done to avoid unnecessary security risks. Well, in Winscp, we're going to create a new connection because basically we need an additional option, a different option than we just had. So we're going to rebuild the whole connection right now. We're going to use SCP. We're going to use the Synology host name. And we're going to fill in the port number of SSH. We're going to do the username and password. Then we're going to click advanced. And here we're going to do something different in the Scp Shell session. We're going to click the sudo su mode. And with that, we can even start logging in. And we can copy the file itself. Oh, obviously I did something wrong with my password, so I need to redo my password. Well, here it is. I'm connected right now. So I'm going into my files, where my file is at. Then we're going to find the actual folder that we need. Oh, I'm going to the user. Second, yeah. Local. Domoticz. And there are the floor plans. So we can now actually copy the file, just drag and drop it, and it's copied. Here you go. Don't forget to remove those settings afterwards, yeah? Okay guys, so we now have copied that whole floor plan thing. We need to get it into Domoticz as a floor plan. So right now you can see that I'm sitting in the more options and the floor plan menu. This gives me this website, and I've already added mine. So normally you just click the edit button, click your floor plan, give it a name, and click the add button. I'm going to cancel right now because I've already done it. I don't see it yet because it's not selected. So if I select it, you can see it down here. So it's now just a plain and simple floor plan. And the fun part is that for a floor plan. On a floor there could be multiple rooms. In our case it's only one room, so we need to create a room plan for that. I created a room plan over here, but I will show you how to do it already. So go to the more options, plans, room plan. Now you can see that I've created a room that's called the living room. And in that living room I've just assigned 3 devices in my Domoticz installation. If you don't like to do that, you could just add a plan and called bedroom, bedroom, and edit. If you click the edit, the actual room plan, so the bedroom, I can see that there's no devices added to this room. I can add whatsoever I would like to this room. So if I want rainfall in the shower, fine with me. I'm gonna click it, and there's 1 device in this particular room. So in my living room I've defined 3 devices that are there. So I'm now going back into the floor plan option. This gives me the floor plan. I'm going to click my living room, and you can see that I've already placed the actual devices. Normally they're just sitting right here in the corner when you do this the first time. Oh wait, I can show you that as well, because I can add the bathroom to it. And in my bathroom you can see that there's 1 new sensor, and I would like to know the here and in the living room. Oh, you want unsaved changes? Do you want to continue? Yeah, okay. So, and in the living room I have the first light over here. I have my door ringer, my doorbell, and the second light I have over here. So that's basically it. And with this I can do all the switching I would like. So that being said, everything's safe right now. So if I go to floor plan, I can see my floor plan that's just created, just 1 floor with the devices in, and I can click the lighting and it's switching on, and click the lighting and switching on. I can click the doorbell and my doorbell's gonna start ringing. So it actually works right now. Well, this was basically what I wanted to show you. Please don't forget to remove those lines in the sudo file and change it to read only again. And if you like my videos or you want to write me another tutorial, just leave down in the comment what you would like to see. And please thumbs up for the video and subscribe to my channel if you like. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye.